My name is Mike Mackay, and I'll be serving as your online instructor for your CFT course. So first, let me welcome you to CFT. Whether you're a new student or a returning student, I think you thoroughly enjoy this course and the learning opportunities that are provided to you. CFT is a leader in providing educational programs, whether it be in the online environment or in a seminar, and I encourage you to take full advantage of those opportunities. Before we actually start talking about the day-to-day and week-to-week operations of our class, let me provide you some information about myself. In July of 2015, I retired from banking after a 30-year career, a career that I thoroughly enjoyed. I began as a part-time teller in a branch and ended as a senior vice president. And during that 30-year career, I focused primarily on back office operations, where I oversaw loan servicing, deposit operations, item processing, information technology, all those different areas that I thoroughly enjoyed. And I really enjoyed working with our customers, whether it was direct through the telephone or in person to person, or via indirect method through the branch network. And it was during that 30-year career that I was first exposed to what was then called the American Institute of Banking. The American Institute of Banking offered classroom courses. We actually went week to week and sat in the classroom and learned from an instructor, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I took as many of those courses as I possibly could. And I think I completed 5 diplomas during that time period. It was during that early years where I was then asked to begin teaching AIB, and I started teaching principles of banking in the classroom. And now, after all these years, I have transitioned to the online environment, which is thoroughly enjoyable for me and provides a great opportunity for our students. During my career, those 30 years, I worked for 5 different financial institutions, and there's no need to worry. None of those job changes, were due to performance issues. They were all due to mergers and acquisitions. So now let's talk a little bit about our class and how we'll operate on a week-by-week and a day-by-day basis. The week prior to our class beginning, you will receive from me an email, and attached to that email is a welcome letter. If you take the information that's in the email and the welcome letter, put those together, you have all the information you will need to learn about how our class will progress over the next 10 weeks. The welcome letter will address when assignments are due, how the course is graded, how to contact me. And I encourage you to become familiar with the information in that letter as well as in the welcome email. On the Monday of that first week, you'll receive your logon directions to the course site from CFT. I encourage you to log on, get your password set, and become familiar with the class site, the lecture sites, the exams, where the exams are located. Just become familiar with the overall site. On Wednesday of that week, you will receive from CFT your textbook for our course. If by noon on Monday of that first week you don't have the log-on directions, please feel free to contact me and I'll expedite that for you. And likewise, if you don't have your textbook by Wednesday, let me know and we'll get that textbook for you. On Sunday of the next week, which will be the first formal week of our class, I will send out an email to you that will outline your assignment for that week and any general information about the work for our course in that first week. And that email will follow every Sunday during that 10 weeks, and we'll talk about the class assignment, anything new about the class, anything you need to know. And in that first week with a CFT, what's important to know is that a CFT week begins on a Tuesday and ends the following Monday. So technically you would begin your classwork reading your lectures and reading the textbook on Tuesday, and then respond to your homework assignment by the following Monday night at midnight Eastern Time. So each week you'll have 2 assignments. Your first assignment will be an email assignment. There'll be a question contained within the course site for that first week's lecture, and following, you respond to that with an email to me. And I ask you to be as clear and concise as you possibly can within that email so that I can determine your level of understanding of the material and how comfortable you are with the material. The second assignment is a discussion board question. The discussion board question is something you will respond to and post your response on this discussion board. The value of that is that you'll be able to interact with other students in the class and can exchange ideas and your answers with those students that are already in the class. So each week you'll have a homework assignment which will contain an email as well as a discussion board question. Weeks 1 through 4 will have lectures over the first half of the material, and week 5 will be your midterm exam. The midterm exam is accessible via the course site, and we'll talk about that process in the weeks prior to the exam. Then in weeks 5 through 9, you'll have additional materials to cover the second half of our course, and the course will then end with a final exam. The format and the processes on the final exam was similar to that on the midterm, which again we will talk about as that approaches. It's very important. Many students ask me, what is the key to success for online classes? Because you don't have that one-on-one direct interaction with the teacher. And there's two things that I think are very, very, very important. Number one is communication. It is very important that we communicate with each other on a weekly basis. If you have any questions at all about material, something isn't clear to you, you're not sure what the assignment is, you're not sure how to address the assignment, please reach out to me. My contact information is in that welcome letter referred to earlier. You have my email, you have my cell phone. Call me if you need me. Communication is the key to your success in this class. And secondly, what I think is very important is that you make every effort you can to apply the course material to your own personal life. The material that we'll be talking about in the class, whether it's economics, it's money and banking, it's statistics, human relations, whatever it might be, these materials all apply and can be applied to your daily life. For example, in economics, we talk about supply and demand. Well, you see supply and demand and the impacts of supply and demand every day. You see the fluctuation in gas prices. You see the fluctuation in goods at the store, the grocery store, the stores at the mall. You see it all the time. So it has a direct impact to you. Just like accounting would have a direct impact upon you. As you talk about accounting entries for businesses, there's also accounting entries that retail individuals like ourselves we make. So it's important that you apply, because what I've learned over taking the classes I took as well as teaching these classes is that the more you can apply this information to your own personal situation, the better you'll understand it. So I really do encourage you to apply it the best you can. So in conclusion, welcome to our class. I really look forward to working with each and every one of you as we move forward with this material. And if you have any questions at all, no matter what type of question, feel free to email me or call me, because I'm always here to help. And I truly believe, and my goal is that I want to make sure that I will answer your question within a 24-hour period. So if you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out to me. Otherwise, welcome to our class and welcome to CFT, and best of luck.